This is what your garden looks like, folks. Hey? I thought I'd trial it out and see what it feels like to have a messy garden. Hey, don't judge me. I have got a messy garden. You all know that. But look at this. This is a tomato plant that nearly went to heaven because I left it behind for a couple of days. And when I came back, it was excited, started to grow again. It's got all this new growth on the tip, but yet all the old foliage that discoloured and has discoloured and dried out is still on it, and it hasn't affected so much of the new growth. I'm not going to try and curse it, but the reality is the plant has connected to the soil really well now. Because it was dehydrated basically. It wasn't holding any moisture, and the plant was suffering from lack of basically water. And now we've hydrated it, connected to the soil, and we can tell it's well hydrated because the spring onions are doing well. Look at the basil under here, the purple leaf basil or the purple flower basil, whatever you call it. Is that Queen Thai or is it something like that? Yeah. Anyway, so they're all doing well. They're really strong, and you can see even the corn in the background, beautifully green, doing really well. Identical bed on this side, again dehydrated, not enough water. And that's what's happened. These are low beds by comparison, and they have dried out quickly. Look, it happens. And I've got some low beds around the place, but these are the first time I've done it in these beds here and left them alone for a few days, and anyway, shit happens. So they've kicked into gear. This is kicked into gear. It's a bloody mess, and normally I'd say just rip it all out. But I'm going to try and clean and see what we can salvage out of this. So sit back and enjoy. Oh well, I did some cleaning up and I just quickly built this, folks. But to somehow tie these things upwards. The biggest concern I have is now that I'm going to sit them upright, is they're going to get a lot more wind coming through them, so it might cause a bit more drying out. Tomatoes don't like to be exposed too much. Keep as much foliage as possible. The more you strip them, this is information you needed earlier in the season, isn't it? But then again, somebody else in other states like Queensland will be getting ready to plant their tomatoes. So, for tomatoes and those who are growing them now, don't thin them out too much. Don't spread them out. If you get too much wind going through the middle of them, it'll just completely dry them out. Yeah, see, we built this frame really good, didn't we? I've got to hang it over that side because there's nothing in the middle. Talking to the cameraman. There we go. All right, we've got another one here. Now you're probably thinking, a couple of things actually. A, why the hell would you waste your time so late in the season? Well, I love experimenting, folks. I want to see how far I can go with these plants. And B, why don't you just use some stakes? Well, I ran out. So I decided to build this. So here we go. Part of it's up on a string. Now we somehow wrap this around without breaking it all. I honestly think I'm going to cause more damage to these plants because they've acclimatized leaning over and sort of self-protecting from the high wind. They're not this high. But now by stretching them up into the sky, yeah, they're going to love the sun, but they're not going to like the wind. Anyway, we'll see how we go. We've got 36 and 38 and 40 degrees next week. Bugger me. Anyway, they're looking better, sort of. Bloody hell. I'm just sort of like Pandora's box. I lift one up and there's another one appears. I just lifted this one up here. I didn't realise this was part of it. And there's another one over there. I still got to lift. It's a bloody big plant. Jeez, it's taken off. All right, keep tying. I just tied all these together because there's more. Bloody hell. Anyway, I tied them together and somehow I'm going to do the crazy thing to wrap them all up in one. If I can do this. I haven't done this before, folks, so yes, I'm trialling something that I've never done. See if it works. Just want to keep them together rather than separate leaders running up the top. But the challenge is here, they're also growing so spasmodically because they're all trying to find their own space. They're all twisted and turned and facing the wrong direction. I'm going to create a bit of a mess by joining in, probably cause more damage, I don't know, but let's see. Anyway, the whole purpose of this is I can just lift it up and then maybe sort it out. Because, oh God, look at this. All right, here we go. I've got room up here to grab them, see what I mean? I can grab them there. Just trying to lift them all up together because they're all coming from one stem at the bottom. Thank you. What do you reckon? Bit crazy, huh? Any other day of the year, I'll probably just rip them out, but yep. I'll see how far these little babies can go before they say to me, get stuffed. Probably another half an hour, the way the wind's going to go on these. All right, last one. Look at it, it's gone down, hit the ground, and now it's curling back up again. I could almost, if it was long enough, I could bury it in the ground, develop more roots along the bottom, and have a new plane coming up. But I'm not going to wait and do that. We're just going to try and lift them up somehow. There we go. There's one. Yeah, I'm just looking at my workmanship here, and I'm going to do some repairs. I got a little bit lazy with this one. Okay, so what do we got here? Nearly done. Have a look at this. Can you tell? Honestly, I mean, they were just on the ground before, completely messed up, and now they're upright. Admittedly, they're getting a lot more wind hitting on them, but we'll hopefully we'll be able to salvage them and get some crop out of them before they give up the ghost on us. I think I just snapped another one. Apparently, while we're off camera, I've been snapping every second stem, and there's still a lot here, so you can imagine how many stems there were to start with. Anyway, that's this one now. And I've got one more string to do for this one here that I want to keep separate. A lot better than what it was earlier, folks. Now, we've opened it up. I know we're going to get a lot of air coming through the middle. The other two there on the side are completely riddled with disease. These tomatoes, they're the ones I'm going to cut to the ground. Well, not those ones there, but oh, look at that. What a mess. Anyway, that's for another segment. For now, let's focus on this. We've got a lot of air in here. I wish I had a shrub in here to cover all this area up, but we've got plenty of foliage on top and lots of flowers. Look how clean they are. By comparison to what they were earlier, they've got very little spotting going on any of the leaves. I've got a couple of more strings to put up. Just a couple more like this one here. I'll straighten this up, but you know what's going to happen with this plant now that I've done this? It looks really jagged and ratty because they're all growing in different directions. What this will do is actually straighten itself up and try to grow straight. And if you monitor it day by day, you'll be able to actually control the growth of it and the direction it's going and clean it up like that. So, Vic, folks, if you've planted your tomatoes and ripped them out, well, this is for all the other states who are planting in the coming season. So enjoy your tomato planting while the rest of us enjoy the rest of the harvest for the season and getting ready for our autumn season range. Start sowing your seeds. We'll be talking about that in the upcoming episodes. In the meantime, check out our website, lock yourself into one of our workshops. You're going to regret it if you don't come. We've got plenty on, at least half of it's booked out although. So 10 workshops, about 5 of them are left. VasilisGarden.com, and we've got some great specials running on throughout the whole month of February. It's a 28 to 10 discount. Work it out. From me, Vasili, Maresi.